Guys, welcome back to A Step Above. In today's video, we're going to talk about my personal tie collection. I'm going to teach you guys how to start a tie collection based off the types of pieces you have in your wardrobe. More specifically, the number of suits you have, the types of suits you have, trousers, sport coats, and even overcoats. There is an art to picking out the correct ties. You don't want to get overwhelmed with different types of patterns and fabrics and have a tie collection where you may only use 1 to 5 ties. I'm going to teach you guys how to narrow those ties down just so you have a few that are your go-tos that look elegant with every outfit that you're gonna wear. So if you guys are interested in this video, stay tuned. Let's start with the first tie in a collection. Now, my collection is based off of my personal taste. I don't want you guys to think that you have to have ties that specifically match what I have. Now, this is more of a demonstration of the types of ties, maybe even some of the patterns that will give you a good idea how to start your own tie collection. Let's start with the first one. The first one I have is this beautiful red or burgundy linen tie by Brooks Brothers. This is a beautiful vintage tie. I got this off of eBay. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I got this tie just because if you know anything about linen, then you know that linen has these little knobs in the texture that provides a different look to the ensemble that you're wearing that day. This tie is a beautiful summer tie. I could wear this in the spring also. And if I feel especially bold, fall and winter, this tie will pair just as well. Many people will not know the difference between a linen tie and a regular silk tie, but this gives your attire for the day just a different look, different types of texture. Like if I wore this is a deep navy wool suit, I could just as easily put this tie on and it'll give me a different look than it will with this silk tie that I'm currently wearing. Let's move to the second one. This second tie, this is a silk tie, striped tie. I think this is Land's End, I believe. Hand sewn. Another tie that I got off eBay. I find some really great ties on eBay. This is more of a regimental type of tie, a striped tie. Again, with the boldness of this tie, you can pair this with blue suits, charcoal suits, gray suits, even with the suit that I have on today. You want to have colors that resonate with your wardrobe. Me, I have a lot of charcoal, I have some browns in there, then I have a couple of blues. This tie, yes, you could wear this with a brown toned suit or sport coat. I would make sure it's a darker brown than a lighter brown. I really don't like how red, like a deep red, looks on a light brown. I think it kind of throws that contrast off. But this tie can pair well all season. This is more of a business tie. Can you dress this down? You can. It just depends on the type of sport coat or suit that you're wearing with this. Again, this pairs with multiple colors in your wardrobe. I have a moss green suit from Hickey Freeman. I could just as easily wear this because it's a dark green suit. In green and red, it's a very elegant color for the time around the holidays. Wear it to a holiday party or just wear it to the office. The next tie is the tie that I'm currently wearing. This tie, this is a Brooks Brothers 346 tie, red background. It has a texture in it, a diamond pattern with blue and gray. One thing I really love about this tie, I can wear it with blue suits, I can wear it with gray suits, I can even wear it with charcoal gray suits. The tie has 3 different colors in it. So in all reality, this tie is a universal tie. I could wear this tie every day if I wanted to with a different suit, because this tie will pick up different tones of colors from my suit. This is another thing you want to keep in mind when you are putting together a tie collection. You want to have ties that can be paired with multiple suits and sport coats. Just so if you're on a trip, you know I can grab this suit, this sport coat, a couple pairs of trousers, close my eyes, grab 2 ties, and those ties will match everything that I have brought for that trip. Now let's move to the second set of ties. Just to let you guys know, I only have 9 ties in my collection. Is it an odd number? Yes. I thought about adding another one, but I'm not sure which way I want to go. A tie collection is something that should be special, like a suit collection or a shoe collection. Yes, you can have dozens of pairs. You can have 100 or 50 to 100 different types of ties and bow ties, and you can wear them seasonally. For many people, where are you going to store that? Having 50 to 100 ties is as much space as a suit. Now, if you live in a big city, then you know your closet space is a shoebox, just like the shoebox you live in. So you don't have much room. So you just want to be mindful of the types of ties you are adding. Now let's get to it. This next tie, this is a beautiful silk tie. Another one by Brooks Brothers. As you can see, this is a pattern. It's a spotted tie, at the same time it's not dots. It has the Brooks Brothers lamb or sheep, that is the pattern in here. I love this tie. This type of blue tie, yes, I could have went with a solid tie, but I think a tie with some type of pattern or texture just gives a different element to this ensemble that you're wearing. This tie, I could absolutely pair it with what I have on. I have a solid suit with some type of a pattern tie. Beautiful, deep navy, not just blue, deep navy, Brooks Brothers this is a 346 model. Beautiful Brooks Brothers silk tie. I enjoy wearing this tie. This navy tie, there is not a suit or sport coat in my wardrobe that this tie cannot pair beautifully with. Absolutely, it's an amazing tie, and I thoroughly enjoy wearing it. And yes, I have a lot of Brooks Brothers ties. Brooks Brothers has some really fantastic ties if you check on eBay or if you can find them at a relatively good price. Next tie. This is another Brooks Brothers tie. This tie, it has a navy background with, I'm not sure what type of pattern is in this tie, but it has elements of yellow and light blue. Pairing this with a brown suit, brown tone suit, charcoal gray, again, even with what I'm wearing now, sport coats, green, I'm not talking a bright green, but more of a dark olive green. This tie, it's an amazing tie. It has a really nice hand to it. I really like the feel of this tie. Another type of tie, blue tone tie to have in your wardrobe. Yes, you can lean one color with majority of your ties, but I think it just adds a different look when you can pair your ties with different types of clothing that you're wearing for the day, just so you have a little bit of pop, a little bit of character. You can go all solids, but if you're an individual who wears pattern suits or striped suits, then yes, you may want to go solid. But consistently, day in and day out, wearing a solid tie with a solid suit, it's not a boring look because you can also add a little flair with the pocket square. But I think you can step up, no pun intended, but you can step up the look and the style of what you're wearing just by having a tie that has some type of pattern or look to it that's unique to you, but also adds some uniqueness to your ensemble. The next set of ties I'm going to show you, these are more of my gray ties. Gray, as you all may know or not know, is a non-color. That means gray can pair beautifully with a number of different suits, even fabrics, from worsted wool to a 13, even 14-ounce wool suit, something that may have some texture, even pattern suit. The ones I'm going to show you today, this is, again, another Brooks Brothers tie. As you can see, this tie has elements of gray and silver. However, if you look closely, there is a faint blue tint to this tie. The pattern of the tie, there's a lot going on, and from afar, it definitely can look like a solid, but up close, you see the pattern in the tie, which gives it a different element. Wearing this, you can wear this with tones of brown. I've worn this with green. This blue right here, absolutely. It completely changes the look of what I have on right now. That's how powerful this tie is. More specifically, the color of the tie. Charcoal gray. Now, I would be careful with light gray. So if you went with an Oxford gray, and a Cambridge gray, something that's a little darker, yes, you can pull this tie off. But if you were going with something with a dove gray or a light gray, this tie may clash, because the suit compared to the tie in a shirt, there's not much contrast, so it may all blur together if you're not careful with the type of suit that you're wearing. Now, the next tie, this is a 100% wool tie. This is by Viella. It's an Italian brand. I got this one on eBay. This is a herringbone pattern. This wool tie, I've had a couple wool ties, but I've sold them or given them away. I like specific ones, and this one is one of my go-tos. Again, pairing it with this suit, it adds a different element. There's texture to this. So, having something like this during the fall and winter, other than keeping you warmer, this is a beautiful tie to pair with grays, blues, and browns. Just like the tie I just showed you, this tie adds a different element to your ensemble, and it's a great piece to have during the fall and the winter. These next two ties will round out my collection. These two ties, we'll start with this one. This is another tie by Land's End. This is a beautiful dark green motif tie. I picked this tie up. If you know about green, the color green, green pairs beautifully with blues, grays, and browns. Now, I've had a green tie in the past, but I didn't like the color pattern on that. This tie, as you can see with the little flower motif pattern, it's a silk tie. There's elements of red and a buttery yellow in blue. This tie, again, wearing it with this suit adds a different character. It seems slightly more casual than a red or a navy tie. It's a different look. Pairing this with browns, also pairing this with grays. I think every classic dress man should have a green tone tie in his wardrobe. Now, if you went with a all wool tie, that's one thing. And if you're going with a silk tie, if you don't want to do a completely solid green tie, get a tie that has some type of texture or pattern on it that can pair with other suits and sport coats in your wardrobe, just so you don't have this tie that I can wear it every once in a while, but it doesn't pair with the rest of the items in my wardrobe. That's one thing you want to be cognizant of when you are creating a tie collection, getting ties that pair well with other things in your wardrobe. Next tie. This is a knit tie, another Brooks Brothers tie, hand knitted in Italy. If If you know anything about a knit tie is a silk tie. It has these little knobby textures on them. This also has the Brooks Brothers sheep on it. I don't mind that because it's usually, you can't see it when I'm having my suit buttoned up. But a knit tie is a element of casualness that, can I wear it with this navy suit? I can. It changes the look. It grounds the suit, making it a little more casual. Should every classic dress man have a knit tie? That's up to you. You don't have to. It's a nice piece to have if you just want to ground an outfit. You want to make it a little more casual. And if you know about brown, brown is a very casual color, whether it's in a suit or sport coat. So having a brown tie just to ground the outfit and just still look elegant at the same time, relaxed and casual. That said, guys, put that back. I truly appreciate your audience during this time. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comment section. Send me a message on my Instagram. I'll leave the tag right here. And remember, when you are creating a tie collection, creating one, you want to be mindful. Don't run out and buy a bunch of ties. See what's in your wardrobe. See what ties may resonate well with the colors. Also, the color of your skin. Are you light complected? Are you dark complected? You want to find ties that work with you. So when you do wear them, you're not going out and spending money on this set of ties, you get rid of them, and then you buy a new set because you're constantly chasing or you're adding, you're giving away. You want to have a solid foundation just so they can work with whatever you have. And I also want to give a special shout out to my boy, Jesus B. Rodriguez. He is the one who gifted me the new microphone system, as you can see right here. Bro, I greatly appreciate that. He's a subscriber of mine, and he's just looking out for me as I make my journey through YouTube. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Guys, if you have any other questions, you know how to find me. That said, I appreciate your audience, and I'll catch you next time.